And a very funny guy. Give it up for Mr. Kyle Peterson.
Oh, whoa! Easy, please. I just started. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's get a round of applause for all the other comics we've heard so far. Now, this is a lot of our first time doing comedy, so the house just asked me to go over a couple safety precautions for us. The fire escapes, if the jokes go really bad, are located in the back over there. The back over there, the seats are not flotation devices, so if there's a leak, don't use those. Let's see what else. If any oxygen masks drop from the ceiling, don't touch that. I don't know what it is. All right, that was the opener. That's not a technical joke. So we're gonna move on to the meat. All right, hold still, audience. Let me get a good look at you. What do we got? Where are my white people at? Everywhere. Okay. We have any Latin American people in the audience tonight? Any Latinos? There's one. Right. Latinos, take it easy on me, all right? I'm gonna tell some Mexican jokes, but let's be calm. I'm dating a Mexican, and there are rules. If you're sleeping with someone of a different culture, you're allowed to make jokes about them. This is Wikipedia, though. That's true. So according to my girlfriend, I can tell jokes about Mexican people once we get married. Thank you. That hurts to say. No, she is Mexican, though. I'm not going to tell you her name because I don't have it memorized. I don't know why Mexican names need to be so long. They're literally entire sentences, is what they are called. Like, Ana Maria Gutierrez de la Cruz. Now, I did the math before I came here. That's 6 entire words. Okay, that's if my name was... It was cold when Kyle Peterson awoke. That fateful November morning, only to find that he wet the bed again. Come get breakfast. You know, imagine that. But in a way, Mexican naming does make more sense than the way us Americans name ourselves. I don't know if you knew this, but your last name is what your family's occupation was back in like the medieval times. So, just for example, if your descendants or if your ancestors baked bread, your last name is Baker. If your ancestors forged iron, your last name was Smith. If your ancestors are related to my ex-girlfriend, your last name is Hooker. Jokes. Just an example, sir. What's your full name?
Jeremy Daniel Knapp.
Jeremy Daniel Knapp? Yeah. You had a very lazy family. I can tell you. You come from a long line of nappers. Your eyes look a little red. Were you sleeping before the show? Maybe a little bit? If you were, that's good. I feel like the naming system is totally outdated. Like nowadays, you know, just as an example, I bought a loaf of bread from a man named Smith. And I just said to myself, no, this shouldn't be happening. The naming system doesn't make sense anymore, which is why I propose that we update it. Like, Mr. Knapp, your new name should be Mr. Awake, because you're awake right now. Or, you know, you should be Samantha Texter, because you text message, I'm sure. I'm not doing this for myself, okay? My son will be named Jimmy Masturbator. Oh, whoa, all's fair, okay? All's fair. Unless she takes my girlfriend's name, assuming we go that far, then he'll be Jimmy Paul Gutierrez de la Cruz. No, we would argue about that before that happened. My girlfriend and I argue very often, actually. I mean, we've been together 5 years, so thank you. Thank you. There's no time for clapping, you guys. No, we've been together for 5 years, so at this point in the relationship, it's like we've run out of serious things to argue about, so we just come up with shit. Like, the other day we were arguing about who loved the other person more, and it started out like really innocent. Like, I was like, babe, I love you, and she was like, I love you too. I was like, well, I love you more. And she said, no, I love you more. I said, really? Because remember when I caught you texting your ex-boyfriend? She was like, oh, well, I'm sorry. At least I don't get drunk and make out with men at bars. I was like, okay, all right. I said, but I still love you more, even though you're a bitch. She's like, I hate you. And I was like, I win. Thank you. She gets mad at me over jokes I make. One time she got jealous because I told a joke about another woman, and she got pissed, and I was like, honey, look, some of these jokes, you have to be a man to get. And she freaked out. She's like, who's Amanda? Who is she? Think about it, because it's word stuff, you know, it's good. You do realize a lot of things about yourself when you're arguing with someone. Like, you find out things about your inner self that you didn't know. Like, I found out that when I argue with people, as the argument progresses, I become more and more Mexican. I don't know why I do this. This isn't something that's intentional. I'm pretty sure it's an extra chromosome. I don't know why. But like last month, my girlfriend and I were arguing about whether or not I was looking at a woman's chest. And she was wearing a very nice necklace, and I think I was looking at that, but I don't remember entirely. And she was like, Kyle, I saw what you were looking at there. I said, babe, come on. I was looking in that area, true, but I wasn't looking at her boobs. She said, no, Kyle, I am so sick of all this going on. I said, hey, honey, like, calm down. It's not a big deal. She's like, I'm so mad, I'm gonna hit you right now. I was like, then do it, bitch. What's up? I'll call my cousin on you. You really wanna go that far? And I don't know what I was talking about. I don't have any cousins. I just started saying words. You gotta be careful though, because there is, you know, you gotta be careful what you say in a relationship. Like, there was a point, because we're high school sweethearts, there was a point when, like, when cute shit was going on, we would, like, use the baby voice, like, oh, I love you. Has anybody ever done that? Yeah, we've done that? Good. It's going to feel way less weird talking about. So when we were going through really cute stuff in the relationship, like, oh, you wrote me a card and stuff. It's so cute. And so one day, she accidentally used it in the bedroom. And I flipped out. We were doing stuff. I'm not going to be too vulgar. But I heard, does that feel good? No! Don't touch me right now! Don't touch me right now! I seriously considered turning myself in as a sex offender. It's jokes, but it's serious. There is a language barrier, though, sometimes. With relationships, English is her second language, so sometimes like I find things getting lost in translation. Like one time, I told her, you know, hun, I'd like to spice up our sex life, and she took that as I'll put Tabasco on his dick. Which I know it's gross. It's disgusting. I know what you're saying. But we didn't have Tapatio, and I didn't know what to do. No, it's a cultural thing, though, you know? Like, white women will put, like, whipped cream on your dick. You know what I'm talking about? Mexican women put hot sauce on your dick. And I just found this out, but Asian women won't suck your dick. If they don't know you. I should have said. We're bringing it back into PG area. Thank you for staying with me, audience. No, but there is a big language deal. Like, people say that Mexicans should learn the English language when they move to California. I don't really think there's a need for that, you know? If you think about it, the whole state is set up for the Spanish speaker. All of our major cities have Mexican names, so Los Angeles, San Francisco, Riverside. Ladies and gentlemen, these are extremely Mexican names. Not to mention, like, Mexicans just understand where they are better than us, you know? All the street names they're all Mexican names, you know? Spanish names is more politically correct, but if a Mexican man is driving down a road, he's driving on Street of the Trees, you know? He knows this. He says, Santos, I'm driving on Street of the Trees. These are nice trees. I'm glad that I read the sign to prepare me for these trees. But a white man is driving down Camino de los Arboles. And he's freaking out like, holy shit, there's trees in the middle of the road. Honey, buckle up the kids. I don't know what's going on. I'm writing my congressman about this. My mom raised me to be a gentleman, if you can't tell. She raised me with moral values, okay? I hold the door open for people. It's a big deal. I have a rule. If I'm at a door and you're 3 to 5 steps away from me and you're trying to enter, don't even worry about it. You don't have to tip me or anything. That's free. Yeah, I'll hold the door open. If you're 5 to 10 feet away, it gets more complicated because I don't know if you're going in, so I make eye contact with you, white shirt, and I say, are you going in? Because you might be wearing a Bluetooth talking to your stockbroker. I don't know. But if we make eye contact and you're going in, the door has been gotten. Don't worry about it. If you're across the parking lot, I'll pray for you. I don't know what to do. Dear Father, please help this beautiful, beautiful woman safely inside this abortion clinic? No, I take it back. One time, my girlfriend and I, we were in San Francisco, and I like to be funny and make her hold the door open for me. Not as being rude, but as being playful. It's endearing. And she wouldn't do it because she's fiery, she's stubborn, and I wouldn't do it because I didn't want to. So we were at an impasse, and this young gentleman-to-be, opened the door for her, and looked me in my eyes and said, "Stole your thunder." So I stole his bike. I don't like it when people do that. I mean, I'm a true gentleman, which is why I go to the gentleman's club every Thursday like a real gentleman should. And then I argue about it later with my girlfriend. Honey, you shouldn't be going to gentlemen's clubs. Baby, it was a joke for a comedy show. No, it wasn't. I saw the receipt, and there's lipstick on your collar. Honey, are we really doing this right now? Are you being real with me? Kyle, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Then do it, bitch, let's do this right now! Thank you very much, you guys. It's been a great Kyle Peterson.
Kyle Peterson!